Reloaded.
Jack asked Jill to come up the hill to have a little fun. But Jill told Jack, I don't rock like that. You must be.
Sheesh! My people going to war. We bringing out the fire. Those heathens we ignore. Cause we know that they're liars. I'm reading in the we reading in the they reading in
In the scripts. Reloaded.
That's right.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Most High in Christ, bless Israel. It's Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what we do every week about this time. You're tuned in the scripts.
Reloaded.
That's right. We running with a skeleton crew again, man. We running with a skeleton crew. All is well. I'm introducing, but we do have our leader here with us tonight. Right? But y'all know how it go with the phone calls and whatnot, stuff that you got to take care of.
That's right.
But right now, though, to my right, who I got?
Officer Kareem.
And to my right,
Officer Kashaw.
all praises to the Most High.
That's right.
So we're going to start it off to get everything moving, man, just to, get everything lined up. Let's get started real quick. The title of tonight's show, we just going straight into it. We don't have a segment for tonight. The title for tonight's show is Black Achievement Equals White Oppression. Black achievement equals white oppression. Just straight up. So every time that we as a people achieve anything, it heightens the oppression that whites have on us. If y'all can understand that. It means that we don't really achieve anything because everything that we've achieved here in this country and today in this world is something that they get glory off of. You understand?
I see what you're saying right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So we're going to jump into that, and we're going to jump straight into it. Let's go to number one.
Damn.
One of Cap's favorite people.
Hey, these mamas and daddies just saw their kids graduate. You
Right.
just told them that's white oppression.
Man, hey, it's white oppression. Because what's the kid going to do, though?
Yep. That's crazy you said that because I just had a conversation with my father-in-law riding back from the Sabbath, and I was like, man, after graduation, that's a very critical point for a young man or a young woman because you've been told all your life, graduate, get that degree, get that paper, but then when you get it, you like, damn, what's next?
Right.
Because Esau tell you just gonna have a job, you're gonna have money, everything else, gonna solve all your problems. But really, that'd be one of the moments in your life where you be like, damn, what am I doing? What do I do? So that it's a critical moment. I say that like you said because it is at the end of the day. What they gonna do? White oppression.
Right. What's the most critical moment, though? What's the most critical moment of a young child's life?
Of a young child's life?
Yeah, or of a child's life.
Officer Kareem, what do you got?
I mean, this is just my opinion. Like I say, Deuteronomy 6, you got to train them up, you know what I'm saying, as a child. So I would say from the time that they're able to really comprehend all the way up through high school.
So
you never stop molding them.
Get the Deuteronomy 6.
6 and 7?
Yep.
Yeah, get the Deuteronomy 6. This is the most critical moment of a child's life. Now, from the day that they born, everything is critical. Remember, we born into captivity. We born into, all of the curses that were pronounced in Deuteronomy chapter 28. So from the beginning, not just from the time that they understand, but definitely from that 8-year-old stage or the point that they can understand is critical. But from the very beginning, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
what's your thought on that?
Oh, so pretty much Like there's not one moment where you can say this is the most critical age. Like you can't say 8 is the most critical age, 10 is the most critical age. The Lord told us you got to teach your kid every day, all day. Every moment you give to your child is a critical moment.
Right. So for me, with that, just looking at that scripture, for us, you know, obviously we graduated high school. Some of us graduated college without being up in this truth. So that's where I was coming from with that having a sense of loss or not knowing what your identity is or what your future is going to be.
Yep.
But obviously, you know, you got kids coming up in the truth. They know that piece of paper or that graduation, this is just a means to an end to get them to maybe have a job or career or a business to where they can sustain themselves in this captivity. But obviously, they keeping the laws and the scriptures as their foundation.
Right. So that is important. But again, from the very beginning, remember, what's the scripture that it tells us that when your child asks you what mean these things.
Well, shalom. I'm here.
Hey, shalom. Captain, shalom. That's right. Shalom. Yep.
He's heating up.
Y'all know that DFW traffic is something else, man.
Man.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
With all praise to the Most High. We're here.
Yes, sir.
You can go ahead and finish your thought.
Exodus 12 and 26, I believe.
It's Exodus 12:26. That might be. It might be. It might be. Let's look at it.
Well,
Let's
that's
look
the
at it.
service. That's the one for the service.
Come to pass when your children. Yeah. Let's go with that one.
The book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 26. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the house of the children of Israel in Egypt.
Okay. So that's dealing with the Passover. Jump back to Deuteronomy chapter 6. It's in the same chapter we just came out of. Read 7 and then jump down and read 20.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
So diligently means that it's a continual thing. It's always. So from the very beginning, like say, Cap, you know, you got daughters. But from the time they were born, you already putting the head wrap on their heads. They gonna throw it off. You know, it's a little girl. But you teaching her though, this is what you do. You know, this is what you wear. And she's even learning when to, you know, what times and when to wear it and whatnot. So it's diligently from the beginning you're teaching these things, right? Now jump over to verse number 20.
And when thy son asketh thee in time to come,
Meaning when he's of age to be able to understand,
saying, what mean the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which the Lord our God hath commanded you?
explain these commandments to me that God gave. Explain these things to us.
Then thou shalt say unto thy son, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. And the Lord showed signs and wonders, great and sore, upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household before our eyes.
So notice what he's doing. He's taking his son back through what happened to us. So not only is he teaching him the law, statutes, and commandments, he's teaching him the history of why we are in the position that we're in.
Right.
All of the testimonies have to be taught to the children from the beginning, because by the time they hit 18, now it's time to apply all of the things that they've been taught for those 18 years.
Real quick, Captain, let you ask something. Hey, go to Psalms chapter 78 and verse 2. Let me turkey back on that, because a lot of people heard what you said, and they're going to take, like you said, when they of age to understand, and they gonna think that means they don't have to teach their kids at a young age. Why? When you was in the world, you taught your kids Christmas, right? When they had on diapers, you taught them to go to the damn Christmas tree. Psalm 78 and 2.
Psalms chapter 78 and verse 2. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us.
Who told us?
Our fathers have told us.
Guess what? We got a generation of degenerates because the parents ain't teaching nothing.
That's right.
Verse 4, we will not hide them from their children.
What sense do it make for me to not teach my daughters at their young age what to do if somebody trying to take advantage of them? Don't the scriptures tell you what to do? So why would I not teach my daughters that at a young age? What sense do it make for me not to teach my sons who the enemy is? How to deal with the other nations? Because the enemy don't give a damn about how old they is. Like you said, they won't spare them neither young nor old.
Read. showing to the generation to come the praise of the Lord
Read.
and his strength and his wonderful works that he hath done.
That's what we're supposed to do with our kids. From the time that they can speak and comprehend, you're supposed to be teaching all these things.
Yeah.
All praise to the Most High. Now, what I want to say. Well, let me start with the title. Title of tonight's show, Black Achievement equals White Oppression. I was watching a little clip on TikTok, IG, one of the two, and Jake was talking to, she probably was Jake. She was talking to some Edomite. It was maybe a podcast or whatever. And she was saying in brief, and we'll I hope I believe the video is in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
But she was basically saying that white folks will diminish the achievement of black people because for them that if there's any equality as the scales are tilting in black people's favor, that's when you start to see white folks feel a certain way.
Right.
They start to feel oppression,
Right.
which is the craziest thought to think that any semblance of black achievement, white folks feel oppressed. They feel oppression because of that.
The hell is this?
We also gonna deal with white fragility.
Right.
We also gonna deal with this white boy who I cannot stand. Black people, stop arguing with white folks on these college campuses.
Right.
Primarily at these college campuses. Stop arguing with these white folks. These are deaf adders.
Right.
They don't give a damn about the plight of black people, the plight of Latinos, the oppression, colonization. They don't care.
That's right.
I don't know why y'all sit there and argue with these people. They could care less. And you know they're going to have a statistic for everything because white folks are always right.
Right.
So they're going to say 90% of the crime in America is done by black folks.
Yeah.
Where do you get that statistic from?
Right.
Don't worry about it.
They look it up.
They
Yeah.
created
look it up.
this. They
Yeah.
created it.
Yeah, I just created it.
Yep.
The hell? How you just come up with a stat like that? Just oh, okay. Because y'all be arguing with white folks. You'll never be right arguing with white folks.
Nah.
Message.
So play this first video so I can introduce y'all to this Edomite, Charlie Kirk. So he goes around the various college campuses and he starts arguing, or he has different topics or whatever, and he's debating, with various people. But I hate to see black people arguing with him because he always got something. He always got a rebuttal for something.
Right.
So play that.
Yeah, play that
Black
video.
Americans are the richest black people on earth?
What's the
Africa.
Okay, I need you to pull that up like
Fine,
right now.
you can. Black Americans per capita on average.
Can you pull that up?
I'm hosting an event right now.
Well, why the hell you saying
Right.
Anyone
Right.
can
Participate.
Hey,
anyone
but
can fact check
this the
me. So
hypocrisy.
you
Because
cannot
if a
find
black
a
person
page-
was to say the same thing, he'll tell them to pull the stat.
Oh, yeah.
He do it
for
all the
sure.
time.
Yep.
Press play.
Black majority country, or any country where black people have significant representation, where they are as wealthy, because even the poorest people in America are in the top 5%, the top 2% of wealth around the world. And so my whole belief is stop acting like you're a victim and start making better choices.
Not acting like a victim, bro.
Respect.
It's not-
Okay,
this is
okay.
not a victim
Pause it right there.
No.
So I made a post on my IG. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read
He
it.
picked the weakest little
not acting like a
mop
victim.
head out of the crowd that he could talk to.
Not acting
Why
like
is
a
he
victim.
standing there with his hands folded like this and pointing like this?
The hell is this?
Like, bro, you look like a female arguing right now. What are you doing?
Hey, so he said stop acting like a victim, right? Pull up those not the screenshots, those images, those various images towards the bottom. Yep. So I'm gonna read this. Put it on the screen. So Kirk said stop acting like a victim. This is what I mentioned on my IG. When white folks tell blacks and Latinos to pick themselves up by their bootstraps, they never mention the fact that they stole the boots off our feet, burned down the shoe store, and killed anyone that tried to rebuild it.
Right.
So you look at the symptoms. So this is when white folks come up with this, and y'all take this off my IG, I'll share it around. Y'all can use this. These are all of the various traps, all of the various conspiracies against blacks and Latinos. Racial property seizures, war on drugs, sharecropping, contract buying, police terrorism, mass incarceration, urban renewal, GI Bill exclusion, Homestead Act exclusion, Jim Crow, black codes, discrimination, convict leasing, redlining, chattel slavery, New Deal exclusions, white domestic terrorism, that's your KKK. So all of these things, racial covenants, so all of these plights, all of these plots, all of these systems are against the progress of blacks and Latinos in America. So don't tell us to pick ourselves up by bootstraps when you steal the boots off our feet, then cut our feet off.
He's heating up.
Don't say that. Stop that. Go to the next one just so we can see the various images. So you see, listen, I ain't leave Northern Kingdom out.
That's right.
Northern Kingdom too. You colonize the land. And matter of fact, I want to pull that video up if we got in the lineup. You colonize America. You didn't discover it,
Right.
because there were people already here.
Right. That's number 7.
There were people already here. So then, when Northern Kingdom tries to come back to America, their land, y'all say they're illegal aliens.
Criminals.
They're criminals.
The hell is this?
There's another word that they use. Pull that video up. Pull that video up. So all the same. So on this one, you got medical experimentations. Northern Kingdom went through the same thing. Play that.
In the water, defunded the schools, stole the land, and then turned around and say, why can't y'all get it together? That's not failure. That's a setup. That's a setup.
Hey, hold up.
That's a setup.
Run it back. Run it back.
It's a setup, bro.
In the water, defunded the schools, stole the land, and then
So
turned around
they polluted the water. That's what he said. They pollute the water. Go ahead.
and say, why can't y'all get it together? That's not failure. That's a setup.
Right.
That's a setup. That's a setup. And you already know what it is. They starve black cities and then blame the people for dying. There's a pattern you're not
Hold
supposed to
up.
know.
Go back. Play it again.
And you already know what it is. They starve black cities and then blame the people for dying. There's a pattern you're not supposed to notice. They underfund the water, they strip the tax base, dissolve the infrastructure, and then turn to the camera and say, see, black people can't govern themselves.
Damn.
Right? That's not failure. That's all narrative warfare being painted out in a ritual of collapse that they themselves have set up. Here's the thing. They do it like this. Pick any black city. Any black city. We can talk about...
Hold up. Because that's not the one. Let me pull it over. Check the channel.
And that brother was speaking fact, though.
Yeah. I'm going to get that one later. I'm going to get that one in a minute. This is the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted.
And we forgive you, AV, or broadcast. We forgive you.
And while y'all pulling it up, go Job 9:24.
He's heating up.
I want to give y'all some understanding for those that may not know. Y'all need to understand the character of who you dealing with. Job chapter 9, verse 24.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given.
The earth, from America to Europe to Greece and everywhere in between. It says the earth
is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of the so-called white man, the Caucasian race, Esau, Edom, Idumea. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked.
That's
Come
right.
on.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
He covers the faces of the judges thereof. We getting ready to show an example of them covering the faces of the judges thereof. Read.
If not, where and who is he?
If it ain't the so-called white man, who is it? Who is the wicked if it ain't the white man? So go ahead and play that.
Europeans come to this continent, literally ethnically cleanse the indigenous population out of existence, kill them on a scale that has hardly been equaled, and refer to them as savages. That's an achievement. Who's the savage? The first time I encountered this was in a little town in Massachusetts called Deerfield. It's a reconstruction of what that little town looked like in colonial America.
Wow.
And in front of each house is a plaque that explains something about this house. And then description. On the 18th of October of 1702, the savages attacked. The first time I saw this, the savages. You come in here, destroy everything these people have, and they are the savages. That's an interesting move.
It is.
You know.
Okay, pause. Right there. Why the hell this white boy got this smirk on his face? He is explaining colonialism.
Right.
He's explaining mass murder.
Yeah, right.
And this white boy got a smirk on his face.
Cap, he like, yeah, we are amazing, aren't we?
Yeah. Man, look at me. He's proud of his forefathers right now.
Yeah. The hell is this?
He's showing the pride of his forefathers in his face and that dumbass smirk on his face.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Thought of that before.
Think about it.
And then he said, I never thought about it before. You were never taught about the rape, robbery, and murder of an entire race of people here in North America? You was never taught that?
Right.
Go ahead.
That was the end of that video, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the end of that video.
Okay. Play up. All right. Now, go to Psalm 58. Psalm chapter 58. Oh, matter of fact, before you get that, no. Before you get that, get Habakkuk 1. Habakkuk chapter 1. I'm showing y'all the characteristics, the biblical characteristics of these people.
The book of Habakkuk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before you get that, I'm sorry. Get Micah chapter 2. Micah chapter 2. Micah.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 2.
That's right.
Start at verse 1.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Destruction to them that devise iniquity.
And work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Watch this. Go back to the image. Go back to that image. We're going to see a real life example. Read that again.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Woe to them. Woe to them that devise iniquity. Put it on it. Thank you. That devise iniquity, racial property seizures, war on drugs, sharecropping, contract buying, redlining. Read on.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Have the thought of Jim Crow, instituting black codes, medical experimentation. Go ahead.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
They do what? They implement it. When it says they practice it, they implement it. We got more images than that. Go ahead.
Because it is in the power of their hand.
Because Job 9:24 said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So they have the power to develop the prisoner pipeline. Go back. The school to prison pipeline.
Right.
Convict leasing. Go to the next one. Urban renewal. Chattel slavery. What'd you say?
Redlining.
Redlining. Go, read on.
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
So they implement or institute systems of oppression, which is what you're seeing on the screen right now. And what else do they do?
And they covet fields.
And they covet fields. Come on.
And take them by violence.
And take them by violence. A part of the coveting fields is the convict leasing, the redlining,
right?
Racial property seizures. They covet fields. Read.
And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Not only in America, they went so far as to do it in an entire continent.
Right.
Africa. The scramble for Africa.
Then the devil had the nerve to say the black man in America is the richest blacks on the earth.
Is retarded.
Right.
Our people, trust me, I've been there. I can proudly say I've been there.
All praises.
Our people just as oppressed there as we are here.
Read out.
Read on.
Verse 3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord.
Jump to verse 4.
Verse 4. In that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled. He hath changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he hath divided our fields.
Turning away, he hath divided our fields, which means stolen our land. First and foremost, start with the Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
To steal North America. You the so-called white man stole North America.
He's heating
and
up.
enslaved the Northern Kingdom of Israel, the children of Israel. That's what they did.
Message.
From there. So now, let me show you another example. Go play number 6.
Yeah, this is one of
The
those
New
things.
York Times piece on a 100-year-old survivor of the Tulsa Massacre. And my question was this: what's the Tulsa Massacre? You know, I was taught American history every 3 years growing up. 5th grade, 8th grade, what comes after 11th grade, and then I studied in junior college, and I've read it ever since for pleasure. How is it that it wasn't until 2 years ago that I heard about the Tulsa Massacre? How is that possible? I've heard about Custer's the Little Bighorn. I heard about the Alamo. I heard about the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. I heard about all kinds of disasters in which people died. But I had never heard about this thing that happened in 1921, only 3 years before my dad was born. In the same year that Donna Reed was born, we didn't hear about this thing that happened in which essentially one of the most successful black communities in America, Black Wall Street, in which everybody was not only burned out of their homes and their businesses, but then driven out of the city limits by an angry mob.
Pause real quick. It's important that he said what he just said. He said it happened in 1921, and then he referenced it by saying, which was only 3 years before my dad was born, meaning it was not that long ago. We look at it like it's, they show all of these pictures in black and white. Like this is something, y'all should just let it go. How? My grandmother's still alive.
Bring it out!
You know what I mean? My mother is just a few short years behind this. I mean, a good number of years, but my mother, is the children of the people that would have been in this community in the same age range as Tom Hanks. So this is not something that was so long ago that we can let it go because it happened directly to the people above me.
Bring it out!
And even if it was, let's say it was 200 years ago,
Right.
we still suffer from, and our people still suffer from the devastation at the hands of white folks.
Right.
We still suffer. We still got PTSD from that.
Yeah.
There are many of our people that still got PTSD from that. There's 2 survivors. I remember. They probably passed by now, but it was
she's
either
still
last
alive.
year, maybe the year before that. What's this pastor Todd?
Michael.
Yes, Michael Todd. He was he had some kind of ceremony or something like that for the survivors, and he was trying to give them money because they hadn't received anything, and they were like some of the only or maybe the only 2 survivors to have gone through and are still alive. So even if it was 2 years ago, 200 years ago, whatever, we still suffer from the devastation at the hands of the wicked, the so-called white man. Right. So we don't give a damn how long.
Yeah.
You say, it was a long time ago, if it was 50 years ago or 40 years ago or whatever.
Right. So the last survivor lives here right now in McKinney, Texas.
Wow.
She's 106. She's somewhere between 104, 106. We spoke to her a couple. Well, her nephew, who is her great nephew that's taking care of her. We spoke to him just a few years ago.
Viola Fletcher.
I think that might have been her name. There were 2 remaining, but one of them did pass recently.
Right.
But the other one that we were going to have on the show, she wasn't able to make it on. But we were going to have her on ITSR, and we weren't able to get her.
Dope.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Hey, so something to think about, because like you said, a lot of people say, oh, that's a long time ago. But what happens to a city that is economically prospering? Does that city just stay stable? Does nobody else move to that city?
Right.
Does that city not expand?
Right.
No, that's not what happens. Even like if you just examine the city for Dallas, for example, you have more people flocking here. Why? Because the economics are supposed to be successful.
Right.
You have more businesses that come here, so on and so forth. So for all we know, we could have been
100 years later.
100 years later, we could have been heirs to something that was going on in
Right.
Tulsa. But we don't even have the documents anymore to refer to.
Right.
So you can't say it was that long ago.
So I want you to go to the next one. I want you to go to number 5. One major reason, one main reason why you don't see our history taught the way, and I'm not even talking about I'm talking about something like, Tulsa. I'm talking about, even if we go back 50 years, you don't see it taught in these schools. It's rarely, if ever, taught in the mainstream media.
Message.
I want you to, number 5.
Hey, Cap, real quick, before they play it real quick,
Mm-hmm.
you made a good point about how our history is not taught. Let's think if our history was taught. If Tulsa was to duplicate itself and become a successful black city, and we taught the history of what happened the first time, what would we know? We would know how to militarily prevent it from happening again. That's the importance of things like that. But go ahead.
Yep. Play that.
I've been thinking lately that part of what it means to be white is to never have to bear witness to the pain of racism on people of color, and never having to bear witness to the pain I've caused to people of color, never having to be accountable to that pain.
So that's a major point. White folks don't, in this, I'll say it right now, for now, are not accountable for the pain, the suffering, the devastation, the colonization, the oppression, the slavery that their foremothers and their forefathers put us through. Even today, that your presidents, your senators, your House of Representatives, your governors, your mayors, you don't feel any empathy.
Yes.
And I would like you to touch on empathy, because I know you did an excellent class on that not too long ago. But y'all don't have to feel any empathy. There's no need for you to feel any empathy for the children of Israel. So, officer, if you can touch on empathy real quick.
Yeah, so pull up the definition of the word empathy, if y'all don't mind. If y'all don't mind, just real quick, because a lot of our people don't even understand what the hell the word empathy means. We have sympathy and we have empathy. All right? Pull that up real quick, the definition of the word empathy.
And while y'all getting that, and y'all can stop me whenever you get it. All right, you got it.
Yep, read that.
Definition for empathy: the ability to understand and share the feelings of another.
So, empathy is when you understand and share the feelings of another, meaning you've been through it. And because you've been through, because of the experience that you've had with it, then you can look at somebody else and it gives you a level of compassion towards that person. You can say, okay, I see what you've been through, and you know what? I didn't like how that felt for me, so let me make sure that I'm not handling you in a wrong way so that you can come out of it and feel better coming through it. You know what I mean? Well, they've never had empathy for us at all. Go to Genesis chapter 4, if I can, Cap. That's cool. Okay. Genesis chapter 4. Genesis chapter 4. I want you to read verse 1, and then we're going to jump down to verse, just read 1 through 4.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
So the Lord respected Abel and his offering, but, go ahead.
But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
So Cain was upset out of jealousy. His brother had done what he was told to do. Cain did not do what he was told to do. We know the rest of the story. Cain ended up killing his brother Abel. Now, jump down to verse number 10. Jump down to verse number 9.
And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother?
So now God comes, he's like, hey, Cain, where's your brother, man? What happened to your brother? Where he at?
And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
Am I supposed to know where he is every damn minute? Am I my brother? You just killed your brother. Right. You know your brother is dead and suffering. Right. Cain had not dealt with this. Jump down to verse number 11.
And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Go ahead.
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
What is a fugitive? A fugitive is someone that runs from punishment. They've never dealt with the punishment. Cain never felt the punishment. He said, if you do this, well, keep reading. And he said a vagabond and a what?
A fugitive and a vagabond.
And a vagabond is somebody that is place to place. Now, I'm maybe going too deep. I don't know. But this is somebody that did not have to feel what his brother had gone through. He had not tasted of death. And in his inability to empathize with his brother, he became proud. Because watch what he says next.
Verse 13. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
You just killed your brother. What the hell you mean your punishment is greater than you can bear? What about your brother's punishment that you just caused against him? You just murdered your brother, who is not going to be able to put no offspring into the earth. He ain't going to be able to enjoy the fruits of his labor, of old age. None of that.
That sounds like lack of accountability.
It's 100% lack of accountability. Keep reading.
14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
So he's scared of the same thing they scared of today. He don't want to accept any punishment or anything against himself because of his lack of empathy. That's right. 100%. He has not experienced it. Therefore, he cannot have any sympathy or any emotions or feelings towards anyone. But it ain't in him. It ain't in him. I just said it like that.
That's it. And when you think about that video we just watched, where I don't know if he was a professor, whoever, was talking to the white boy, and the white boy sitting there smiling.
Right.
How you sitting there smiling when he talking about colonization, murder, theft? And he never thought about it. Like,
what the hell is this?
No melancholy on his face.
Nothing. Nothing contrite within him.
No.
It's not in them. It's not. These are the vessels fitted for destruction.
Yep.
They were made like that. These are the sons and daughters of Satan.
Right.
And I know there's some Christians listening that are hurt, gut-wrenched,
sizzling
to hear that.
Right.
But the so-called white man, they are the sons and daughters of Satan.
That's right.
And they was built like that.
Right.
They were born into the earth like that.
That's right.
Go back to the video. So let's listen to explain some more about the lack of empathy amongst white folks. Play that.
Cause to people of color, never having to be accountable to that pain, right? And all the ways that I push off accountability, right? And so when I thought of this term, white fragility, the fragility part, we're fragile in that we can barely tolerate the slightest challenge, right? I mean, I'll show you my emails. Just the suggestion that being white has meaning will set us off. But there's a continuum. And so we're fragile in that way, but it's not fragile at all in its impact.
I do want you to go back maybe 15 seconds. Go back maybe 15 seconds or so.
I'll show you my emails. Just the suggestion that being...
I don't think that was 15 seconds. If it was, go back another 15.
It's not that long of a video. You want the whole thing, Cap? It's
Nah, I don't want to play the whole thing.
Okay.
Are y'all able to just like rewind? Okay, that's cool.
When I thought of this term, white fragility, the fragility part, we're fragile in that we can barely tolerate the slightest challenge, right? I mean, I'll show you my emails.
That's still not
Just
far. God. Okay, when we come back from break, I'll give y'all the timestamp if I can find it. All right. Make sure y'all support, because we casting down every imagination. Yeah,
that's
we
right.
Casting down every imagination and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Christ.
That's
right. Go to the PayPal. Make sure y'all text. If you want, you can go to PayPal or you can text give, and you can give via debit card, credit card. All right. Because we got to push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth.
Right.
We're going to continue to challenge the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, Idumea. They're going to get challenged.
Right.
They're going to get challenged, right? So we're going to come back from a quick commercial break. Lord's will, life lasts. We'll be back in a minute. Y'all are tuned in to In the Scripts.
Reloaded.
Check it, look, I came from where it's drama and it's hostile. Where I'm at, we kill the trauma with the gospel. More than 12, it's like 1,000 apostles. Hit your block and then we dip like it's nachos. What's a op? We in the kitchen where they pop toast. Riding like a Tahoe, never scared of them potholes. We came to save the same ones they made a victim. Plagued with the sickness, the scripture gave the prescriptions. This a doctor bag, blade without the hockey mask.
You can tell by my gait that I'm all in. You can tell by my faith that I'm all in. Front line with the truth, I'ma fall in. Even if it's a dead end, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And go to the end, going all in. Going all in. Going in, going all in. Going all in. I'm going in, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. We back. Y'all are tuned in the Scripts.
Reloaded.
Oh, that really is sick. Lord have mercy. Lord help us. Hey, so go back. She said something, and I want us to meditate on what she just said. Play it.
Never having to be accountable to that pain, right?
Go back like
And-
10
and-
seconds before that. Yeah, like 10, just so we get a little context. Right before that, so it don't. Just play it from the beginning, 15, 20 seconds.
Right.
Whatever.
I've been thinking lately that part of what it means to be white is to never have to bear witness to the pain of racism on people of color. and never having to bear witness to the pain I've caused to people of color, never having to be accountable to that pain, right? And all the ways that I push off accountability.
So the ways that they push off accountability is by completely removing our history from the history books.
Right.
Or they'll say, oh, they were indentured servants.
Right.
They don't say the only sort of black history they bring up in February is Martin Luther King and Harriet Tubman. That's it.
They favorite they favorite phrase. I never owned slaves.
Yeah. Yep. That's how they push off accountability. But as the Israelites are waking up in these last days, and as we are revealing the wicked for who they are, we're telling you that the so-called white man, they're the children of Satan.
Right.
They are the ones that colonized, oppressed, colonized and oppressed. I don't want to say colonized as if it's past tense.
Right.
They continue to colonize and oppress the children of Israel. Continually.
Yeah.
So, I do want to show y'all something, though. As we talk, yes,
No, sir. No, sir.
I want to show y'all something. Go to, because I made a statement, Sirach 33. Sirach chapter 33. This is in the scripts, right?
Yes, sir.
This is in the scripts.
You are listening to In the Scripts.
Y'all give me a little music.
Reloaded.
Start at verse. Little music. I mean, you know, if not, it is what it is. Sirach chapter 33, read verse 7.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 7.
Because what I'm bringing forth is the characteristics, the traits of the so-called white man right now. Read that.
Why doth one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun?
So why does one day excel or is above the others when the same sun shines on all the days, Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Saturday? Let me say it like that. First day through the seventh day. Go ahead.
By the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished.
So by the Lord's knowledge, the days were distinguished. So you have Sunday the first day through Saturday the last day, which is from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. That's the Sabbath day. That's a day that excels all the other days.
Right.
Go ahead.
And he altered seasons and feasts.
And he altered seasons and feasts. So there's certain feasts that fall within certain seasons. So you have the Feast of Dedication. It's not in the heat of the summer. It's not in the dead of winter. I mean, not the Feast of Tabernacles.
Mm-hmm.
It's not within those extreme seasons. You have the Feast of Passover. It's not in the dead of winter. It's in the springtime. The Lord distinguished the feasts and set them all within particular seasons. Go ahead.
Some of them hath he made high days.
Some days he made high days. Feast of Pentecost, the Sabbath day, the new moon. Those are high days. Go ahead.
And hallowed them.
And hallowed them or sanctified them. Keep that in mind. Sanctified, hallowed or sanctified them.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And some of them hath he made ordinary days.
And some days, like Monday, is an ordinary day. Unless what? There's a new moon that falls on that day.
Right.
Then that becomes a holiday. Go ahead.
And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth.
So now it goes into men, the creation of men. Yes, all men came from Adam. Yes, we understand it. All men were created from Adam. Eve was the mother of all living. Go ahead.
In much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them.
Just like by the knowledge of the Lord, he divided the days. In the same way he created man, he divided the creation of men. Go ahead.
And made their ways diverse.
And he made their ways diverse, different. Go ahead.
Two manner of people.
Yes. Go ahead.
Some of them hath he blessed and exalted.
Some men hath he blessed and exalted. Of all God's creation, in terms of men, out of all the nations, it says what?
He hath
some of them
hath he blessed and exalted.
Some of them he blessed and exalted.
And some of them hath he sanctified.
And some of them hath he sanctified.
And set near himself.
And set near himself. That sanctified goes back up to what? Verse 9 when it said hallowed.
Right.
Now hold that. So who was sanctified and set near the Lord? Psalm chapter 148. Psalm chapter 148 and verse 14.
The book of Psalms, chapter 148 and verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
Who are the saints?
The children of Israel.
Who are the saints?
The children of Israel.
The children of Israel are the saints.
That's right.
Not all nations. Go ahead.
A people near unto him.
A people what?
Near unto him.
A people near unto him. So go back to Sirach. So some people, some men, had the Lord set near himself.
He's heating up.
That's the children of Israel. Read on. But
some of them.
But some of the men, some of the Lord's creation of men,
hath he cursed.
Hath he what?
Cursed. And brought low. And turned out of their places.
Who was cursed amongst all the nations? Who was cursed? Now, I know some of y'all gonna say, well, the children of Israel were cursed based on Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 15 through 68. But no, we're talking about creation. We're talking about from creation.
That's right.
The Lord did not curse the children of Israel from creation.
That's right.
We fell up under the curses because of our sin. The Lord right here is saying there's a nation of people, a race of people that was cursed from creation. They were cursed from jump. Isaiah chapter 34.
The book of Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 4 and verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Destruction will come upon Idumea, Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called white man. Go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse.
The people what?
Of my curse.
The people, not the person.
That's right.
The people, the
That's
race of what?
Of my curse.
The race of my curse. The race of God's curse. And the Lord created them like that.
That's right.
It is what it is. Go back. Verse 13.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 13.
So now why did God create them to curse them? Why did he create a cursed people? Go ahead.
As the clay is in the potter's hand, to fashion it at his pleasure?
Because the Lord created everything and he fashions it at his pleasure.
That's right.
He created a race of people on the earth that he set near himself. He sanctified them. He hallowed them. He created a race of people and he cursed them. They were created cursed. Go ahead.
So man is in the hand of him that made him.
So, and that's what the Lord did what he did because that's what he wanted to do because he's the potter. And he decided to create man the way he wanted to create man. What you got to say about it? Your arms ain't long enough to box God. You know?
To render to them as liketh him best.
And the Lord's going to do what he want to do because that's what he wanted to do. That's his pleasure. The Lord created the so-called white man because that was his pleasure. That was his will. He has a purpose for them.
That's right.
It is what it is. What you got to say about it?
That's right.
Woo! Read on.
Good is set against evil.
So good, the children of Israel, is set against evil or the wicked. The so-called white man. Read.
And life against death.
And life, the children of Israel, against death. The so-called white man. Behold, hell and death is before them. Matter of fact, go back to Isaiah 14.
34? Or
nope. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse real quick. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 9. Read out. Hell from beneath.
No. I'm sorry. Read verse 12.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. Read out. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Which didst weaken the nations. Read verse 17.
That made the world as
16.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
This is Lucifer that made the earth to tremble. That's talking about the so-called white man. Read.
That did shake kingdoms?
That shook kingdoms. Go ahead.
That made the world as a wilderness.
That made the world as a wilderness. That dropped bombs. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Was it on the verse?
And destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners.
Was that it on the verse?
Yes, sir.
Go back. Now read Revelation chapter 6. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 8. Because remember, it said life against death, right?
Right.
The book of Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death.
Was what?
Death.
Was what?
Death.
Go ahead.
And hell followed with him.
And hell followed with him. Read.
And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth.
Over North America. The fourth part of the earth. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15.
Read out. The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15. Read out. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
Black people have made a covenant with white folks. And matter of fact, we're going to cue up that video in a minute. Black people have made a covenant with white folks. Read.
And with hell are we at agreement.
And with what?
Hell are we at agreement.
And with hell and death are we at agreement. With hell and death are we at agreement. Was that it on that?
It's more on the verse.
Read.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
And under falsehoods have we hid ourselves. Go back to Sirach. Go back to Sirach.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
This entire, the whole, from the director, the script is about the antagonist and the protagonist.
Right.
The protagonist between the nations, all of God's creation amongst men, is the children of Israel, life, versus Esau, death. The children of Israel, good, versus Esau, Edom, Idumea, evil. Read on.
Verse 15. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another.
There's 2 and 2, one against another. And that's how the Lord created it. That's how the Lord set it up from the beginning. Good. Look at all the works of the Lord. When you got up, you got down. Right. You got left, you got right. You got hot, you got cold. That's all the works of the Lord. There's never equality with the Lord. There is no equality. There's no equality amongst the nations. There's no equality amongst creation.
Right.
Y'all got it?
It's crazy because, and you saying that, it makes me think, how we deal with the Christian church, and people are always asking, why are we so hard on the Christian church? And, y'all talk down. It's because it's the same with them. These Christian pastors are still in a covenant with death.
Mm-hmm.
And us, the Israelites that are going on the streets, we are the smell of death to them. And, and these are our own people. Mm-hmm. These are our own people. We are the smell of death to them because they realize in their heart of hearts that they've accepted death. But they want to enjoy they sin and they treasures here on earth in quietness. They want us to shut up and shut up and just let me sin, man. I know it's got to come, but shut up and just let me sin. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Play that.
I just wanted to know, where are you from?
Texas. Yeah.
From America, right?
Yeah.
I just want to know.
I can't stand this nigga right here.
Right.
This
Right
nigga,
now?
he's when I
Look how I look right there.
when I say y'all gonna have to pull it back. When I say coon,
Right.
he is the He is on the Mount Rushmore
Right.
of coons.
Right.
Play that.
I just want to know, where are you from?
Texas.
From America, right?
Yeah.
I just want to know, when was America great for us black people?
Right now. Tell you it's great right now.
Really?
Yeah. It ain't great for you?
No, not at all.
How?
I mean, I'm living life.
Looking good. You got clothes on. Look well fed.
But that doesn't mean
Got
it's
nice,
great.
beautiful hair.
Oh, thank you.
Got your eyeliner on. You looking good. What kind of bag is that? That's a nice little bag there. You look good. America look good for you.
He sound like
If you
Charlie
were eating
Kirk.
out of
Man, that's crazy.
Can I tell you something different? America's a great place. I don't understand how we are not acknowledging that. It's great. Look at all these different people out here. Men, women, black, white. You will never see this much diversity anywhere else. It's the greatest place on earth. Everybody can be here and enjoy one another, disagree with each other. We have the freedom of speech, freedom to keep and bear arms. We don't have to worry about the government interfering in our lives for the most part. It's the greatest country ever. And if we don't start acknowledging that, we're going to screw up something good.
Shut up.
Screw up something good.
Hey, that's at John 11. And the Romans will come. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. John 11:48. That's exactly. I mean, like we read this and you're seeing it live and in action.
Yes.
Read that.
The book of John, chapter 11 and verse 48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
That's that covenant with hell and death that's made in Isaiah 28:15. Right. That's the perfect example of it right there. We living good. Right. We need to shut up because we going to mess something good up. Master's going to be mad at us.
Right. Hey, get John.
Badness.
My bad. Hey, get John 8:33 because that's the same mentality that our people have always had in every captivity. We always think we're free, and it's evident that we're not. Read that.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 33.
Start verse 32.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Read.
They answered him, we be Abraham's seed, and we're never in bondage to any man.
We free, bro. This the greatest place ever. We
Right.
in Rome.
How sayest thou, ye shall be made free?
What can get better for you? You got a nice bag. You got your hair like America
Right.
gave her damn hair.
Right.
She had natural hair. Bruh, it's the same mentality.
Hey, read this real quick. So, Psalm chapter 62, verse 10. This is what black people fail to realize.
The book of Psalms, chapter 62 and verse 10. Trust not in oppression.
Do what?
Trust not in oppression.
You trust in oppression.
That's right.
You are at the bottom of the barrel. Just because you have, so you think that, because this is the stupidity of black people, most.
Bring it up.
You think that, like, for example, we got Indeed.com.
Right.
Yes, me and the white boy next to me, yes, we have equal opportunity to submit the application.
Right.
That's where the equality
Right.
stops.
That's it.
Right. Facts.
We can both submit the application.
That's facts.
But when they see Tyrone and when they see John Smith
Yes.
or Tennessee
Chuck.
Higglesworth or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
Sound about right.
Yeah. When they see Tennessee and they see Shaniqua, which resume is really getting read?
Right. Facts.
And which one is getting trashed?
Facts.
One of them say Texas A&M, the other one say Prairie View.
Right.
The hell is this?
Right.
Got him.
One of them is a HBCU.
Right.
And the other one is like it's a Baylor or a
OU.
OU, Texas A&M, something like that.
Right.
So yes, we have equal opportunity to submit the application.
Right.
But there will always be a bias, just innate, and that's natural for white folks.
Right.
That's stuff y'all learned while y'all was children.
Yeah.
Your parents was making racist jokes, and they was looking at you to see if you would smile.
Right.
They were saying nigga, Negro, black, blackies, the monkeys, and then they would laugh, and then just naturally, you may not even necessarily know it's wrong,
Right.
Because you may be 3, 4, 5 years old or whatever,
Right.
But you hear your parents say, all them niggas, I can't stand them niggas at the job.
Right.
Yeah, all of them with big lips and watermelon and chicken.
Right.
And then the parents laugh, and the kids seeing them laughing.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. Daddy slapped that nigger.
Yeah, Tyrone at the school do got pretty big lips, Dad. Never thought about that.
Right, right.
Rito.
Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase,
If your riches, because white folks think that, okay, I got a PhD. I got a master's degree. We on equal playing fields.
Right.
No. Read.
if riches increase, set not your heart upon them.
Don't set your heart upon them. Why? Because the white man will snatch all of that stuff out from under your feet.
Right.
All y'all thought all these sisters thought they was doing good when they was over the Department of what was it? Equity and Inclusion or whatever.
Yeah,
What they call
equity.
that?
Yeah, that was DEI.
Yeah, Department
Diversity,
of
Equity, and
Diversity.
Inclusion.
That's what it was. Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
Yep.
Y'all thought y'all was doing it, boy. Y'all thought y'all was putting y'all PhDs to work.
Right.
Y'all thought y'all was putting them master's degrees from Prairie View or wherever y'all went to school at. Y'all thought y'all was doing something coming from, what's the other one? Is it Clark? What's the one with the sisters in Atlanta?
Spelman.
Spelman.
Yeah.
Y'all thought, did I make up Clark?
Nah, Clark, that's a real
Clark
school.
is real.
Y'all thought y'all was putting the master's degrees to work.
Right.
Then white folks,
Hey, they grab that
came
rug.
in, they said, boy, they got that rug.
They grab the edge of that rug.
Thought you had something. Whoop.
Right.
They
Oh,
pulled
you
it
gotta be
right
quicker
from under
than that.
y'all feet, boy. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Got him.
Yeah,
Got him. And now y'all out here scrambling.
Right.
So y'all out here trusting oppression for what?
Right.
Hey, it's Deacon Ace. He cracked me up. My wife was laughing at it too last night. This little YN came on. They come on. They be tripping, right? So now we don't even fry them like that. We just say crazy stuff back to them to make them bethink themselves. And so this one came on. He was talking stupid. I can't remember what he had said, but Deacon ASAP busted out and said, "Why my dad don't love me, man? Uncle Phil, why my dad don't want me?" And that's how these people, when that rug got pulled from under for that DEI, damn, why my daddy don't love me? Why don't nobody want me, Uncle Phil?
Looking for a hug.
They looking for a hug and a job right now, boy.
Right.
So that we done went left. But the point is, don't trust in oppression. That was y'all out here, boy.
Yep.
Y'all out here really trusting white folks. Meanwhile, and this dude, I just play it again. One more time. One more time. One more time.
Yeah, this dude. And I think he from right here. I think he from
said
McKinney
Texas,
or somewhere.
He said Texas.
Yeah.
Bring out the coon.
No, where are you from?
Texas.
From America, right?
Yeah.
I just want to know, when was America great for us black people?
Right now.
Oh,
Say it's great right now.
Really?
Okay, pause it real quick. Okay, so he says right now. Right now. But what about our brother Botham Jean?
Right.
Was it good for him?
Nope.
Right now.
Right.
Because if I say something about the plaques, the slave plaques that are in downtown Dallas, he'll be like, "Oh, that was a long time ago."
Right.
So I won't even. Okay, cool. I'll put that to the side for right now. What about our brother Botham Jean? Was it good for him?
Right.
Help me. Help me.
Right.
That's facts. Hey, and Kirk, you know what it is, bro? A lot of times our people get to a certain position and they become detached from the rest of their people, right? I'll give you an example, bro. I was watching a movie on Netflix with my rib a couple of days ago. That movie with Taraji P. Henson. It's called Straw or something like that. It's actually a good movie. A lot of people been talking down on it, but just in watching, it's called Straw. Just in watching the movie, I was getting upset because you see the stuff that the sister's going through, and they portraying it in the movie, but a lot of our people really living like that. So something Bishop always say is, you will never rise above the estate of your people.
Right.
100%. 100%. Play that.
It ain't great for you?
No, not at all.
How?
I mean, I'm living life.
Looking good. You got clothes on. Look well fed.
But that doesn't mean
Got
it's
nice,
great.
beautiful hair.
Oh, thank you.
Got your eyeliner on. You looking good. What kind of bag is that? That's a nice little bag there. You look good. America look good for you. If you were eating out of trash can, I'll tell you something different. America's a great place. I don't understand how we are not acknowledging that. It's great. Look at all these different people out here. Men, women, black, white. You will never see this much diversity anywhere else. It's the greatest place on earth. Everybody can be here and enjoy one another, disagree with each other. We have the freedom of speech, freedom to keep and bear arms. We don't have to worry about the government interfering in our lives for the most part. It's the greatest country ever.
Can I make
and
a
if
point?
we don't start acknowledging
Let me
that.
make a point real quick. Matthew 23 and 25. The brother tries to equate equality or us having a good state of life with the outer appearance of the sister. Talking about her hair, her eyeliner, her clothes. He's pushing that same mentality that our brothers and sisters have is if I don't got it, because we know we don't be having it, at least I want to make it look like I got it. So just that same, along that same vein of these brothers that make an agreement with hell and death and make an agreement with the white man, the Romans, we're going to see what are they known for doing.
Right.
Read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 23 and 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites.
These dudes is hypocrites. Read.
For you may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter.
They want to look the part. They want to look good. They always, Esau, you gonna give me $50,000 to go on these college campuses?
Right.
Okay, I can get a new car. I can get a nice outfit. Right. I'm gonna speak to some college kids. I know they want to look nice, so I'm gonna be able to push the narrative that hey, America look good for you.
Right.
You in college. They want to make the appearance like they living good. Read.
Right. But within, they are full of extortion and excess.
Just look inside the brother's eyes, man. You can see this brother gotta demean himself. He gotta bow down to the white man. He gotta shuck and jive. He gotta go to these dinners. He gotta push somebody else's narrative. He gotta look at a younger sister's face, and he know life is not good for the black man and the black woman. And he telling her without a shadow of a doubt, life is good right now for us. He lying to himself. He feel he dead on the inside.
Right. Yeah. Life might be good for him at this moment.
Nah, scriptures say life. Hey, what is it? Revelations 3. Hey, he said you got riches, but inside you miserable. I'm butchering it, but he miserable too.
Right. When Christ spoke about the taxes, Matthew 17. Yeah, when Christ spoke about the taxes, he told us. So this is your measure for whether or not you are oppressed. Matthew chapter 17 and verse number
25.
Yeah, start at 24.
The book of Matthew chapter 17 and verse 24. And when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter and said, does not your master pay tribute?
Does not your master pay the tax? Does he pay his taxes? Go ahead.
He saith, yes. And when he was come into the house, Jesus prevented him, saying, what thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute?
So the kings of the earth. This is talking about those that are in rulership above you, those that run things, like Job 9:24 that you brought out earlier. The wicked are the ones that are in control of the earth. So he said, who do you think the kings of the earth or the wicked are? Go ahead.
Of their own children?
Do they take custom of their own children? Is that who they taxing and oppressing? Through finances and other things. Go ahead.
Or of strangers.
Or of other people that's not of them. Go ahead.
Peter saith unto him, of strangers. Jesus saith unto him, then are the children free?
So you're free only when you are not the one being taxed, because that tax in itself is oppression. When you look through America at the various taxes that how you got a fuel tax?
Right.
Why am I paying a fuel tax? Why do I pay an income tax? Why do I pay tax for labor that I did? If I come to your house and I cut your grass and me and you agree to $40 or $50 or whatever for me to do your yard, why do I owe you money on that?
Hey, the white man said I'm up in there somewhere.
Right. Now, there's a thing. In Israel, we had taxes that we paid. We paid a tax too, but it was for upkeep of everything else.
Right.
These hypocrites do not proportionately break down the tax. See, if everybody paid a certain amount so we could keep our highways fixed, our hospitals open, our teachers working, like you got some other countries, they take the tax and they pay. Cool, fine, we can do that.
Right.
But when you tell me that what I make personally between me and another man on an agreement, you've got to take part of that, that's enslavement.
Not only that, officer, but I know right now somebody's saying, well, everybody pay taxes. But the taxes that we pay, whose society do they build up? Is they building up Oak Cliff? Is they building up Pleasant Grove and the worst cities in the neighborhood?
Flint, Michigan?
Yeah. Flint, Michigan? No.
Jackson?
Don't the people in Flint, Michigan pay taxes?
Yes.
Why they ain't been fishing?
Jackson, Mississippi.
Hey, and for all the taxes that black people pay, shouldn't we have our own police department?
Right.
No, but if they police departments, not only that, but guess who else pay taxes? Northern Kingdom. And who is that those taxes funding? ICE. So it's not the same.
Right. I want you to put up this image. Put up this definition of captive, and you're gonna read too.
Captive, definition 2. Held under control of another by having the appearance of independence.
That's the delusion that Jake is under. What's his name?
I can't remember that dude's name.
Go back to the go back to it. Can y'all scroll down? What does that say?
Nah, that's some Edomite posted that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's under Charlie Kirk anyway. He followed the dude anyway. Like,
Oh, he does?
yeah.
Oh,
I
God. He
was about to
sounds
say
just
something,
like
but I
him
ain't gonna-
too. Yeah, he
I ain't gonna
sounds
say it 'cause I
just
don't wanna
like
get-
him.
I don't want to get cut off. Go back to the image. Read it again.
Captive, definition 2. Held under control of another by but having the appearance of independence.
So they white folks give the illusion of independence. I'll give you money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you status. I'll give you fame.
Yeah.
But just as quick as I give it to you, man, I'll take it away. And I'll bury you.
Right.
Did that not happen to Kanye?
Did he?
What about Kyrie?
Yeah.
What about your boy Nick Cannon?
Yeah. Right.
He said I seen something today and I didn't clip it. But not Kanye. What was the last one I said? Nick.
Mm-hmm.
He made the comment that, well, he was talking. Matter of fact, he was talking to KRS-One on his whatever his little show is.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, well, yeah, you know, it's I got mouths to feed. It's certain things, you know, it's certain things I can't go into. I got mouths to feed.
Wow.
So we understand that y'all have the illusion. Black people have the illusion of independence.
Right.
Meanwhile, there's a lot of stuff that you cannot say.
Right.
You can say anything. You can talk about drugs, weed, hoes, money.
Right.
You can talk about all that.
Right.
Talk about oppression, colonization, slavery,
Right.
a loss of identity.
Right.
Yep.
Talk about independence.
Yeah.
Right.
Talk about freedom.
Right.
Man, please, they'll cancel your black behind so fast.
Right.
They'll bury you.
They will rewrite the entire Constitution.
Yes.
So that you can't even teach in their country.
Yes. Yes. Now, get this real quick. At Psalm 81. I'm gonna show you what this dude is. Just like you had certain of our forefathers, Jason, haters of God. Read this. Psalm chapter 81, verse 15.
The book of Psalm, chapter 81 and verse 15. The haters of the Lord.
The what?
The haters of the Lord.
The haters of the Lord are the children of Israel. The dude we just saw. Put his picture back up. Let's see. I'm going to show you an example of a hater of the Lord. This is a hater of the Lord. Read it again.
The haters of the Lord should have submitted themselves unto him.
If the haters of the Lord had submitted themselves to God,
but their time should have endured forever,
then we would have ruled the planet Earth.
That's right.
This dude is your foremothers and your forefathers came over here as slaves, as property. And you so happy about the little crumbs that you got in another man's land.
Right.
That was stolen from your people. But you got it so good now. You think they've changed?
Right.
You really think these people have changed?
Right.
If they've changed, give the land back and go back to the Caucasus Mountains.
Right.
That's the only proof of change I want to see from white folks.
Yep.
Message.
Esau, Edom might do me. That's the only change I want to see. Give the land back to the Northern Kingdom. Y'all go back to the Caucasus Mountains.
Right. Right.
Afuera. Get out.
Get out of South Africa. How about that?
Afuera.
Yeah.
You forgive all the debt from Haiti. All the debt. That's when I know you changed.
Right.
But I know you ain't gonna do it.
Right.
I know you ain't gonna do it.
Right.
And guess I don't even want you to do it. Because I want your sins to reach up to heaven like they're doing right now.
That's right.
I want the multitude of your covetousness to reach up to the nostrils of the Heavenly Father.
That's right.
So the full vengeance of our Heavenly Father, Jesus the Christ, can rain down fire and brimstone on these nations.
That's right.
So don't give back nothing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't if you wouldn't anyway. From there, go to, for time's sake. Oh, it was something. Did I post that screenshot of that book? I don't think I did.
Yeah, I don't remember a screen.
I didn't post a screenshot of that book. All right, you can pick a video. Let me find this real quick.
All right.
Quick.
Yeah, so let's see, what did they do? Because there's go to number 7. This brother was passionate. Matter of fact, you know what? Go to number 4. Go to number 4. Come on.
We have no right to ask for something. Is it too much to ask you to grant us human dignity? Should we be put down and shot to death for this request? If so, you can aim your guns. What the hell do you think we care about dying if you're going to deny us the right to live? And then
And that scared the hell
you
out of
think we have no right to ask for...
Because they understand Ezekiel 37 is taking place right now. And we've gone from that point of where we were asking, because we didn't have the true revolutionary in us. It was waking up in us during the civil rights, right? But now we understand the book. We understand who the man of sin or the son of perdition is.
Mm-hmm.
We understand who we are. We know who the 12 tribes are.
Right.
And now there's a machine that is moving that is saying, we don't have to ask y'all for nothing no more. Like Cap just said, I don't even want you to give nothing back. Don't even give it back.
Right.
The book said that they stole it, but we must return it. So now we just gonna fix it ourselves without y'all. We gonna rebuild the house ourselves.
Right.
Why? Because now the Spirit of the Lord is back in the earth. It's settled on some men that gave it to other men and taught it to other men, and now you've got the army of God rising up. We ain't at the point of where we asking you for it no more.
Right.
We gonna take it, and it ain't nothing you can do.
Officer, we ain't saying I am a man anymore. We saying we gods on this planet.
That's right.
We ain't saying we are equal to you. We saying we are better than
That's
you.
right.
The Lord has put us above you.
That's right. That's
They scared of that.
Yeah. To hell with fighting for the right to live. We fighting to die. Y'all don't even understand. Damn. We okay with dying. Yeah. Y'all don't even understand.
Hey, I want y'all to put this up in with what the officer just touched on. I want y'all to put this up.
That's scary to them, Cap.
Post this up. Yes, sir. You got it. No, read the last one. Read the last one, just for time's sake.
Says Henry Berry, Virginia House of Representatives. We have, as far as possible, closed every avenue by which the light may enter the slave's mind.
So
damn,
there's always been a plot to keep the children of Israel in gross darkness. Strip them of their history, their heritage, their culture, who they are, any semblance of uprising. You kill that. Go ahead.
If we could extinguish the capacity to see the light.
Because if we can extinguish the capacity to see the light, which we know now is God's laws,
our work will be complete.
Then our work is complete. We can keep them in subjection forever. Then our houses will last forever. What did it say? Where is that? Is that Obadiah?
No.
Get that. Read it again. Read that part again.
If we could extinguish the capacity to see the light, our work will be complete.
Our work will be complete. What was that work? Read.
they would then be on the level of the beast of the fields, and we then should be safe.
So any semblance of uprising, any semblance of freedom, any semblance of the light, they said, nah, we got to distinguish that. We extinguish that. Why? Because we want them broken. We want them in a state of being beasts of the field. We love them being Sukihanas. We love Gorilla. What's the girl name? Glorilla. We love, what's the other one? Stanky, what's the other girl name?
Stallion.
Stallion, Sexy Red.
Yeah.
Stanky Red.
Yeah, Stanky Red.
We love the Stanky Reds.
Right,
we love the NBA young boy. We love them like that.
Right.
Because there's no light in them. But them Israelites, nah, we got to extinguish them. We got to extinguish them. Why? Because they got the light now. They got the light.
Right.
You know she won the Gospel Song of the Year on BET Awards.
Who says she read?
Nah,
Glorilla.
Her that song she did with Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, Cap, there's something else in this. It says if we could extinguish the capacity to see the light. We know, according to Matthew 5, we are that light. So what are they doing to keep our people from realizing that we the prophets has been said before them? They've been teaching them Christianity. They labeling us as a hate group, propaganda, and popular persuasion. We are part of that light, along with the word of God that they trying to keep our people from seeing.
Yep. Go to the next one. Go to the next screenshot.
You want Psalms 49?
Yeah, you can go read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Yes, where you at?
Psalms 49.
Yeah. Read it again.
The inward thought is that their houses.
The inward thought of the so-called white man is what?
That their houses shall continue forever.
That their houses, the houses in the land on the land that they stole, would last forever. Read.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
And their dwelling places to all generations, to their children and their children's children, as long as they can remove the light from the children of Israel, as long as they can make them beasts of the field, as long as we can strip them of their history, heritage, culture, and hide it from them, because that's a part of the light too. The Lord said we would bethink ourselves in the lands of our captivities.
Right.
To bethink yourself, meaning to remember who you are in the land where you were carried as a captive, as a slave. We must know our history in order to be able to align it with the prophecies written in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 68. That's a part of hiding the light, extinguishing the light. Read.
They called their lands after their own names.
They called their lands after their own names. Pull that up. Now read this. Was that it on that?
Yes, sir.
Was it? All right, read that.
Black Excellence Club. No founding father was a hero. Say it again.
It wasn't no damn founding father. You ain't find nothing.
Right.
You stole. These are the thieving fathers.
Right.
These are the covetous fathers.
Robbing.
No damn founding fathers. The robbing fathers. Yeah, read that.
United States birth, development, decline, regression before the leap, passing away. Cotton alone is instructive. America has the world's most prosperous economy and powerful military. But how did the United States reach this wealth level? In 1830, approximately 1 million Americans, nearly all of them enslaved, grew the cotton that fed the Industrial Revolution in England, France, Germany, and, of course, New England.
Free slave labor. Free slave labor. Read.
By the time of the Civil War, the United States supplied 78% of Great Britain's cotton, 92% of France's cotton, and 77% of Russia's cotton, thus propelling America into economic prosperity. All at the same time, millions of black folk suffered and died being worked to death and tortured.
Worked to death and tortured. So you telling me that these people, this is the greatest country ever, the little crumbs that you got. Meanwhile, the planet Earth was promised to you. But you talking about the little crumbs that you got here in America. Right. Meanwhile, they got rid. The reason why they're in the position that they in is because of the death and torture of the children of Israel. So to be stupid enough to have a dumb thought that America is so great because the founding fathers, they had such great ideas. They had such pure motives. They just wanted to make everybody bring all people together.
Right.
Make America the great melting pot. Are you stupid? America wasn't good or great for black people then. It wasn't good or great for Latinos then. It ain't good or great for us now.
That's right.
We can look at the riots in LA and see that.
That's right.
Are y'all crazy?
They ain't paying no attention.
The hell wrong with y'all? So we got a lot more material, but we ain't gonna be able to make it through all of it, or even half of it. I think we got through a good quarter of it.
Right.
So with that, matter of fact, we might start with this brother next time. But nah. This other brother.
The young brother.
The brother that was on point.
Yeah. Nah, because it's too long. It's like 3 minutes. Go to, just play number 9 and number 10. Play number 9 and number 10.
I want every white person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens. If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
This is the proof that there's no good white people.
Right.
There are no good white people. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Not one stood up.
Not one. Not one.
God damn.
Which one? Why y'all trying to save them? They ain't trying to save.
Right.
They telling you we ain't trying to save you now.
Right.
So what the hell y'all trying to use the Bible to save them for?
Damn.
There is no salvation for them. None. They are the people of God's curse.
Right.
Damn. That's what they are. They're telling you we don't want nothing we don't want nothing dealing with these niggas and their oppression, their slavery, their loss of identity, their Jim Crow. We don't want none of their redlining. We don't want none of their Homestead Act. We don't want none of that.
Right.
But we'll take the dances though.
Right. Yeah,
we like the nigga dance.
Like
Drake. Yeah, we like that.
Yeah. The hell is this?
We'll take the BBLs. We'll take that.
Food too.
Huh?
Said the food too. They'll take our food.
Yeah, they'll take the food. They'll take all that.
Oh, they'll take the black women too.
They'll take the black women. They'll take that too.
Woman. Yeah, they'll take the black woman.
So, brothers and sisters, I pray that y'all receive something from today's lesson, today's show. There ain't no good white people.
Right.
They are the people of God's curse. They have no empathy, no sympathy. There is no morality in these people. They don't feel for you. Not now one of them. I don't give a damn which one of them march with you. They'll march with you, but they ain't gonna get a dog sick on them.
Right.
They'll march with you if it's sunny and everything is good. But they ain't taking no tear gas for you.
Right.
They ain't riding on the back of the bus with you. They ain't doing none of that. So y'all need to understand that. I pray you brothers and sisters, y'all give.
That's right.
All right. Y'all can text give to the number. Go to PayPal, use the QR code, go to PayPal, and give to the Booster Club to continue to support this truth, support pushing this truth throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Follow us on all social media platforms. Lord's will, life lasts. We see y'all back here next week. Y'all are tuned in to In the Scripts.
Reloaded.
Possess the power of my bloodlines from shimming them. Remember the remnant, yeah, we slimming them. Whatever, breathe.
listening to In the Script.
that can navigate the windy weather, drowning us never. Clowning shit better, move around and get severed. Y'all ain't never been better, can't be saved by the letter. Killing tracks, I'm a deadbeat. Duck supporting white supremacist thoughts, I got web feet. Never run a dead heat. Shh, nobody said speak, we own weeks and weekends. Sundowns to sundowns, we end. Eternal, forevermore, like that bird talking to Eleanor. I know it's a raven, bruh. Stand on my statement, bruh.